Okay, let's begin. Put yourself up either cross-legged or on your knees, sitting in a way that you can sit upright from the lower back, so tilting the pelvis forward slightly, drawing the belly in and up, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders down, and resting your hands on your legs. Inhaling, really rising up through the crown of the head. And exhale, dropping the shoulder blades down and back. And just take a moment to arrive in your body. Noticing any areas of tension or ease. Or noticing any emotions, mood, and how they might be manifesting in the body. And then we take 3 long, deep breaths together, inhaling right down deep into the diaphragm. And exhaling, letting the sitting bones drop down. Inhaling into the sides and the back of the rib cage. And exhale, shoulders down and back. And then inhale one last time, really using the full lung from bottom all the way to the top. And exhale, let it go. Let your day so far go. And perhaps set an intention to be present with the practice for the next hour. Then open your eyes, interlace your hands in front of you, take a breath in, and breathing out, push the thumbs away. Tips of the thumbs touching, middle fingers crossed. Really draw the belly in and up, stabilize the torso, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, start to move the arms and the shoulder sockets, isolating that movement. And then lift up out of the waist, lengthening the sides of the torso, squeeze the upper arms in towards each other, resist away with the heels of the hands. And then slowly release the arms down, release the legs, and cross your legs the other way. Sitting up again from the lower back, tilting the pelvis forward, belly in, chest lifted, shoulders down. Rest here for a moment, feeling the spine really rising up from the pelvis, taking up your full height. And then interlace your hands the other way. Take a breath in and breathing out. Push the thumbs away. So the thumbs touching and then the fingers crossed. Take another breath in and on the out breath, move the arms up above the head, lengthening the torso, stretching from hips to armpits to wrists, squeezing the upper arms towards each other, resisting away with the heels of the hands. And then slowly release the arms down, release the legs, and make your way to standing. We're standing with the feet together, start to bring the awareness down into the soles of the feet. You can ground down through the heel of one foot, pick up the ball of the foot, stretch it forwards, spread the toes wide, and with the other foot, heel down, stretch the ball of the foot forwards, spread the toes wide, and then lifting up all the toes, just cycle through them a couple of times, feeling that activation in the midfoot as you start to bring some life into the toes. And then bring your body weight back over your heels. Engage your quadriceps so the kneecaps lift up. Lift the front of the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, draw the belly in, lift the chest, roll the shoulders down, and extend the fingers down towards the floor. Mountain pose. And then maintaining all that alignment. Allow the arms to come out, turning in the shoulder sockets, and then coming all the way up, lengthening the sides of the body, keeping the body weight back over the heels, the kneecaps lifted, the belly in, and really stretch and reach. And then bringing the arms down onto your hips, bend your knees, simple hop, wide stride. We'll go in and out of warrior two. Turn your left foot in, right foot out. Make sure you've fully rotated that right leg. Torso facing the front. Draw the elbows back to open across the chest. Draw the belly in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, sit down to the right. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Really making sure that your back leg, your left leg is really active here. Pushing that heel down, resisting back. And that your right knee is tracking towards the little toe side of your foot, so when you bend it, you can see your big toe past your knee. Keeping the belly drawing in, keeping the chest lifted. And next time you're at the top, inhale, outstretch your arms, extend, and then exhale, sit down to the right, finding your warrior pose. Turn your head to look along your right arm, extend the fingertips away, keeping the breath flowing. Take the mind to the back foot, push the heel down, lift the arch up, engage the quadricep, and sit down a little bit more from there. And then turn your gaze to the front, straighten the front leg and the foot around. And we'll go to the other side, rest the arms a moment, turn your right foot in, left foot out, fully rotate that leg. Hands on hips, draw the elbows back, belly in, inhale, lift the chest, exhale, down, and inhale, up. Again, mind in the back leg as you do this, pushing that heel down, engaging the quadricep, resisting back with your right leg here. Left knee pushing towards the little toe side of the foot. Check you can see your big toe past your knee, getting that external rotation. Keep the belly drawing in, the chest lifted, body rising up in the center. And next time you're at the top, inhale, outstretch your arms, and then exhale, sit down to the left. Turn your head to look along your left arm, extending through to the fingertips. Push your back heel down, lift the inner arch, lift the quadricep, and from there sit down a little bit more. Draw the belly in, lift the chest, and extend all the way along the arms, keeping the breath flowing, keeping that left knee pushing towards the little toe side of the foot. Sit down a little bit more, and then bring your gaze to the front, straighten your left leg, turn the foot round, and step back to mountain pose. Spread your toes, body weight back, lift the chest, and extend the fingertips down towards the floor. Breathing here, inhaling, rising up through the crown of the head, and exhaling, extending the fingertips down. Step your feet to hip distance, toes in, heels out, for chair pose. Body weight back over the heels, engage the quadriceps, draw the belly in, inhale, take the arms up, extend, gluing your biceps to your ears, keeping the belly drawing in, body weight through the heels as you sit down, keeping the knees exactly over the ankles, body weight back as much as possible, belly in, lifting the chest up, so we're in a back bend here. You can sit your tailbone down a little bit more as you lift your chest up a little bit more, keeping those arms up in line with the ears, breath flowing. Sit down one more time, and then stand up, feet together, bending the fingertips down. And then this time I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see face the front, but keep the feet together, body weight back, inhale, upstretch the arms, extend, and then exhale, sit down into your chair with knees and feet together, body weight back through the heels, drop that tailbone down, lift the chest, and then rise up onto the balls of your feet, push your heels forward, balancing there, squeezing the inner thighs together, belly in more, sit down more, fall out of it if you're me. And then stand all the way up and release the arms down. Again, find mountain pose, spread the toes, body weight back, lift the chest, and extend the fingers down towards the floor. Okay, step your feet to a medium stride with your toes pointing outwards, 45 degrees. Bring your hands onto your hips, draw the elbows back. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, sit down into a like sumo squat or stance position. When you're down there, now start to push your knees towards the little toe side of your foot, so you're getting that external rotation. Keep the belly drawing in and see if you can drop the tailbone down a little bit more. Lift the chest more. And then from here, we'll take the arms out, turn them in the shoulder sockets, and bring them into this cactus arms position, mirroring the legs. Keep that belly drawing in, pushing the knees out more. When you sit down a little bit more, bringing the hips in line with the knees, keep the belly drawing in, lift the chest one more, drawing the elbows back, opening across the chest. Sit down one more time. And then you can stand up all the way, release the arms, and then turn your heels out and your toes in, and we'll go straight into a forward bend from there. Get your two heels in one line, body weight back over the heels. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthening the front of your body, and then exhale, coming forwards into your half forward fold. Draw the belly in, engage the quadricep, push the outside of the feet down, lifting the inner arch up, extending the chest forward, drawing the elbows back. Come down a little bit more. Make sure that your lower back is concave here, so you're not rounding through the lower back. Re-engage those quadriceps if you need to, and maybe come down another inch. And bring your fingertips to the floor or to blocks or a chair if you need a little bit of a lift here. If you haven't got anything and you can't do this without rounding your back, walk your hands forward so you're in a very wide-legged downward dog position. And then whichever position you're in, again, re-engage the quadriceps, draw the belly in, extend the chest forward, finding that stretch there. Staying as much as possible in a little bit of a back bend, so extending the chest, the head forwards rather than rounding down. Keeping the belly drawing in towards the spine. And then coming back onto the fingertips and just shuffle your feet in a little bit until they're under your hips. And bend your knees a lot. Gaze forward, take a couple of breaths here. Hands on hips, belly in, and inhale all the way up. Bring the feet together, body weight back, lift the chest, and extend the fingertips down towards the floor. Okay, let's come to the top of the mat. Legs, feet in parallel, hip distance. We'll go in and out of the forward bend a little bit. Hands up by the ears or on your hips, whichever you prefer. Bring the body weight back over the heels. Draw the belly in. Inhale, lift the chest. Take the arms up. If you wish to, glue them to your ears. And then exhale, come down as far as you can without rounding. And then inhale up. And just repeating that with your breath. Squeezing the glutes, using the glutes to lift the upper body up, Keeping the arms glued to the ears, don't let them droop down. And keeping the front of the body long. So we're working the whole back of the body here, especially if you've got your arms up, you're using your upper back and shoulder muscles to keep the arms up in line. Using the back muscles to support the torso. Using the glutes and the hamstrings to drive the lifting movement. Okay, and then bring your hands onto your hips if you have them up. One more time, we'll go down and hold it. So inhale, lengthen the front of the body, exaggerate it, go into a bit of a back bend, and then exhale, come down as far as you can, maintaining your lumbar curve, drawing the belly in. Engage the quadriceps, lengthen the torso away. Imagine you're trying to get your sternum a little bit further forwards. Draw the elbows, shoulders back. Turn the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then you can bend your knees, lay your stomach on your thighs, and relax the head down. And just give your head a little bit of a shake and a nod. Full contact between stomach and thighs, chest and knees. Relaxing the upper body onto the legs. And from here, perhaps lifting the hips a little bit higher, but without losing that contact between the stomach and the thighs. Just lengthening the exhale, allowing the upper body to draw down. And then when you're ready, bend your knees a lot, bring the gaze forwards, hands on hips, take a couple of deep breaths, belly in towards the spine, and inhale, stand all the way up. If you ever feel a little bit lightheaded after coming out of a forward bend, just take some longer, deeper breaths to restabilize your blood pressure. And then bring your feet mat width and turn them out just a little bit, not too much. And then we're going to do some very active supported squats. So start in a strong standing position, squeeze the glutes, lift the front of the belly, lift the front of the pelvis, draw the belly in. Inhale, lift up out of the waist, and then exhale, sit down as much as you can without collapsing and without rounding your lower back. So not kind of floppy squat, but active squat where you can go down as much as possible without losing your neutral spine. So do whatever's helpful here with your arms. I like to keep them forward, pushing the knees out towards the side. Keep the belly drawing in so you can lift your chest a little bit more. And then body weight through the heels, drive the glutes to stand all the way up and a squeeze at the top. So let's just do 5 of those. Slowly, we're inhaling, lifting up out of the waist. Exhaling, sitting down. Really find that strong, supported, lifted position. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. That's my ankle clicking if you can hear it. Really keep the chest lifted throughout the movement, squeezing the glutes at the top. Okay. And then next time you are at the top, have a little look. I'm just going to show you one through. We're going to do like the little flow that we often do, chaturanga, up dog, down dog plank, but we're going to add a squat in there. So you're going to, from your squat, you're going to put your hands down and step or hop into your plank. Then you're going to come down into your chaturanga, up dog, down dog. From down dog, you're going to jump your feet, or step them into your squat, up, down, and we go again through it. So, starting here where you are in your quad position, feet a little bit turned out, squeezing the glutes, pushing the hips forwards, inhale up, exhale down into your squat, find that strong position first, then bring the hands down, step or hop, back to your planks, squeezing the glutes as much as possible, drawing the belly in, pushing the floor away. Exhaling down into your chaturanga, elbows in tight. Inhaling to your up dog, squeeze your glutes as much as possible. Exhaling to your down dog, and just take a few breaths here in the first down dog, turning the tailbone up towards the ceiling, pushing the floor away, pushing your body weight back towards your heels, relaxing the head. Walk the legs out a little bit if you'd like to. And then from here, bend the knees, look between the hands, step up, hop forwards to your squat position. Find your strong squat, chest lifted, and stand all the way up. And again, down, strong squat, bring the hands down, step or hop to your plank position. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the belly. Come down, chaturanga, elbows in tight. Squeeze the glutes even harder as you go into your up dog. Pushing the floor away, shoulders away from the ears. And then back into your downward dog. Take a moment here, turning the tailbone up towards the ceiling, pushing the body weight back towards the heels. And then from here, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop squat. Lift the chest. Drive through the heels and the glutes to stand up, squeezing the hips forwards at the top, and then coming down, strong squat, hands down, step up to planks, squeeze the glutes even more. As you come down through chaturanga, elbows in tight, up dog, shoulders away from your ears, and down dog. Again, take a few breaths here, pushing the floor away, relaxing the head, turning the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And let's do 3 more of those in your own time. So I'm just going to shut up and do it so that you can take your time. And next time you are standing up, hold it there, step the feet together, find mountain pose, bring the body weight back, lift the chest, roll the shoulders down, and extend the fingertips down towards the floor. Okay, come to a wall or a door or back of the sofa, something that you can put your hands on. You don't need to move your mat. And find the position where you can make this kind of L shape without rounding your back. And once you've adjusted forwards and backwards to find that position, bring your feet together, spread the toes, inhale, lift up out of the waist, lengthen the front of the body, and then come forwards, keeping that length, bringing the hands onto the wall. Bring one hand to your pelvis and make sure that you have not lost your lumbar curve, so it should be concave, not convex in the lower back. And then drawing the belly towards the spine, really stabilize everything, transferring the weight onto the left leg, and then lift the right leg slowly without allowing your hips to tilt at all. So keeping that right hip down in line as you bring the right leg up. So as you bring that right hip down towards the floor, you're going to feel the left hip really having to work to stabilize the position, draw the belly in even more. Both legs straight if possible. Left leg can be bent if necessary. Keeping the breath flowing. Bringing that right hip down a little bit more. And if you want, you can take your left hand away from the wall and again feel your pelvis in space. See if you really have managed to keep it straight, adjust it if necessary. And then from there, bring that right leg down. And let's just reset in between. So draw the belly in and stand all the way up. Take a moment, body weight back, lift the chest, send the fingers down towards the floor. And then we'll go to the other side. Inhale, up out the waist, lengthen. Exhale, coming forwards onto the wall. Again, check you've got your neutral spine position. Really stabilize, keeping the pelvis still as you lift now the left leg up behind you. Again, both legs straight if possible. Right leg can bend if necessary. So now you're bringing your left hip down towards the floor, trying to square those hips, and you'll feel it really in your right hip as it tries to stabilize. Draw the belly in strongly, and you can take your right hand now to your pelvis and just check that it is actually stable. Maybe bring that left hip down a little bit more. Keeping the breath flowing. Keep that left leg strong, straight, lifting up, toes pointing straight down. And then bring that leg down, belly in towards the spine, bend the knees, and come all the way up to standing. Find mountain pose, body weight back, chest lifted, extending the fingers down towards the floor. Okay, take the weight onto the left leg and lift your right leg up with your hands on your hips, trying again to square your pelvis, drawing the belly in, chest lifted. From here, if you want to, you can try and straighten that leg out in front without leaning the upper body back. And then rebend the knee, start to tilt forwards and find your warrior 3 position, but really trying to find that squareness with the pelvis again. So much harder now, we don't have our hands on the wall. Bringing the right hip down, keep extending the torso, and then from here bring the back foot down and find yourself in a high lunge. Again, squaring the pelvis, drawing the belly in, lifting up out of the waist, and then slowly dipping the right knee down, standing up, come forwards again into your warrior, draw the belly in, bring that right hip down more, and then pivoting forwards. Find the balance here, and then bring the right foot down, go to the other side, body weight back over the heels, hands on hips, draw the elbows back. Take the left leg now up to 90 degrees, keep the chest lifted. And if you wish From here, you can straighten the leg out. Try not to lean the torso back to counterbalance. Keeping the breath flowing. And then coming forwards and down into your warrior three position again. Really try and find that square pelvis. So bringing the left hip towards the floor. As you lift that left leg up, extend the torso away, belly to spine, elbows back, breath flowing. Lift the back leg up a little bit more. And then with control, landing in a high lunge, keeping again pelvis square. As you slowly dip that back knee down and up, bring forwards and down into your warrior three again. Find your flat pelvis and then pivoting up into your balance. Find the balance there for a moment and then bring that foot down. Shake it out. Find your strong mountain pose. Spread your toes, body weight back, lift the chest, extend the fingers down. Okay, we're going to come down to the floor. Step your feet apart, lift up out of the waist, long front body, coming down, bend the knees when you need to, and bring the hands down onto the floor, and step back into a plank position. Hold it here, so really pushing the floor away, squeezing the glutes, drawing the belly in, so that the back is a little bit domed, pushing up away from the floor. Quadriceps are engaged, legs are straight, glutes and abdomen are working really hard. Keep the breath flowing, draw the head a little bit backwards in space. Holding it here for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then pushing back into a downward dog. Really push the floor away, push the body weight back towards the heels. Make sure the whole hand is in contact with the floor, so all of the first finger is down. Make sure you're not rolling onto the outside of the hand. Turn the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep the knees bent and the heels up, and really focus on turning the tailbone up, finding that neutral spine. And then bring the knees down, knees wide, toes together, and relax the forehead down on the floor. Breathing into the belly, allowing the hips to draw back towards the heels. And then drawing the belly in, up to a kneeling position. And, well, actually, before we come down, if you, I know you both don't have blocks, but grab a couple of books or something if you have them, or, well, it doesn't really matter. You can also try it from the floor. In fact, probably both of you are strong enough to do this without blocks, so don't worry about it. Okay, come to a plank position and lower yourself down onto the floor. We're going to do chaturanga from the floor. So start by setting up your legs. So tuck your toes under hip distance and engage the quadriceps so that the kneecaps pop up off of the floor. So legs are already working. Then from there, really squeeze the glutes as much as possible, sending the tailbone down, drawing the belly in, almost like you can lift the front of the hips off the floor. Bring the hands either side of the chest, so they're not under the shoulders, they're further down than that, with the elbows in tight. And draw the head back a little bit in space. Re-engage your legs and your glutes if you've forgotten them already. And then in one piece, lift the body up into your chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows in, squeeze the glutes, lift the head, keep the breath flowing. Breathe, squeeze the glutes more, belly in, legs are strong and straight. And then release all the way down. Release the arms and legs. Turn your head to the side. And breathe into the back. Okay, bring your chin forward, feet hip distance, pushing the tops of the feet into the floor. Engage the quadriceps, kneecaps pop off. Squeeze the glutes, interlace your hands behind your hips. And then inhale, come up into a small back bend. Really focus on the legs here. So tops of the feet should still be on the floor. Glutes should be squeezing, sending that tailbone down. And then from there, perhaps lift a little bit more, but really keep those legs active and engaged. And then with control, come down, turn your head to the left. Relax the arms, relax the legs, and breathe into the back. Again, chin forward, same legs, tops of the feet down, engage the quadriceps, squeeze the glutes, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows in trike, draw your elbows in and down, so your elbows are like trying to move towards your own hips, gripping in towards your rib cage. Again, really squeeze the glutes as you come up into a little cobra. So from here, really making sure that we're using the back and not the arms to push the body up. So the elbows are squeezing in and down, but there's not really any weight through the hands. So you should be able to lift your hands up without any trouble. Keep the legs engaged, engage those quadriceps, turn the tailbone down, really squeeze the glutes, and maybe lift the chest up a little bit more. You can either hold it here in this cobra or bring the arms back to the sides of the body, extend those fingers back, using the arms to reach, stretching across the chest, and then slowly with control, roll down, turn your head to the right, release the legs, breathe into the back. Bring the chin forward, palms facing down towards the ground. Bring the legs together this time, but big toes together, but not necessarily the heels. So rather than bringing the heels together and kind of outwardly rotating the legs, see if you can keep both the big and the little toe side of the foot on the ground to begin with, and just keep your legs together like that. Engage the quadriceps, kneecaps pop off, squeeze the glutes, sending the tailbone down. And then inhale, lift everything up off the floor, extending the arms back away from your palms, turning forwards, open across the chest, squeeze the glutes, and see if you can lift the legs up a little bit more. Lift the chest up a little bit more, draw the arms back, smile, it will help. As you lift the legs up even higher, and the chest up even higher, holding it there, keeping the breath going, little sips of air in the back bend, and then slowly with control, come down, turn your head to the left, relax the arms, relax the legs, and breathe into the back of the body. Okay, bring your chin forward, turn your palms down to face the floor, spreading the fingers wide. And we're going to take one leg up at a time. So relax the left leg completely. Maybe give it a little shake or wiggle, allow the heel to fall out to the side, and really relax that leg. Right leg, point the toe, engage the quadriceps so the kneecap pops up, squeeze the glute, and then lift the right leg up, keeping the right hip bone down on the floor. Check your left leg hasn't started to join in to push the floor away. Relax that left leg again, really just using the right leg, the right glute to lift this leg up. Extending the toes away. Imagine someone's pulling your toes further away from you, so you're lengthening as well as lifting, keeping the breath flowing, lifting up a little bit more, and then relax the right leg down and relax it completely. Allow the heel to fall out to the side, and then we go to the left side. Point the left toes, engage the quadriceps so the kneecaps lift up, squeeze the glute on the left side, and then lift that left leg up, keeping the left hip down. So you're not turning to one side and lifting that hip up. Left hip is down, left toes are up. Keep the legs straight. Do not bend the knee, but extend the toes away from you so you're lengthening as well as lifting. Really using that glute. Relax the right leg even more if you've started to use it to help out. Lift up a little bit more, and then release that leg down. Allow the palms to face up, turn your head, and breathe into the back of the body. And then bring your chin forward, feet hip distance, big toe, little toe, touching the floor, engage the quadriceps, squeeze the glutes. Take your arms up above your head, with the palms facing in towards each other, little fingers on the floor. Squeeze the glutes again, engage the quadriceps, keep the legs straight, and then lift everything up off of the floor. Keeping the legs in parallel, keep the arms up by the ears, lift them a little bit higher if you can. Keeping those glutes really squeezing, breath flowing, stretch your fingertips away, stretch your toes away. Can you lift the legs up a little bit more and the chest up a little bit more? And then slowly come all the way down. And then bring your hands by the sides of your chest, and we can either push up through a plank, or if you want to push straight back to child's pose, you can. If you're joining me for the plank, tuck your toes, lift the knees up, engage the legs, squeeze the glutes, and then push up the body in one piece to a plank pose, holding it there just for 5 seconds, squeeze the glutes, draw the belly in, and then bring the knees down, knees wide, toes together, and rest the body weight back, breathing into the back of the body. And then draw the belly in and start to bring yourself up. Now come over onto your backs. While you're sitting up, arrange your feet not too far away from your hips, hip distance with the outside edges of the feet parallel. So check that your feet are in a good position, and then lower yourself down from there. I need to draw my feet a little bit closer, but keep your feet in that alignment, but do feel free to bring them closer to your hips if you need to. And then from here, we're going to do some bridge pose. So keep the hands flat on the floor to begin with, extending the fingertips a little bit closer towards your hips. And we're going to do this really slowly, articulating through the spine. So first of all, draw the belly in and squeeze the glutes and just lift the tailbone up an inch. So you should be already really using the glutes here just to lift the tailbone up. Can you draw your belly towards your spine anymore? Can you squeeze the glutes anymore? And then from there, very slowly, as slow as you can, pushing your way up into your bridge pose, keeping those glutes squeezed the entire time, really sending the tailbone up towards the ceiling, finding your bridge pose, holding it there for just a few seconds, and then slowly, same thing, really keep the glutes squeezed as you come down, seeing if you can keep the tailbone up off of the floor at the last moment so that the tailbone comes down last of all. Okay, we're going to go now a little bit quicker, but still see if you can find that integrity of the action. So again, drawing the belly in, squeeze the glutes, lift the tailbone up a little bit, and then slowly pushing up to the top of your bridge pose. Really send the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Can you squeeze the glutes anymore? And then slowly coming down all the way. Okay, bring your feet together. Big toes together, heels can be a little bit apart. And same thing, draw the belly in, give the knees a gentle squeeze together, squeeze the glutes as you lift the tailbone and lift up into your bridge pose. Now bring your fingertips to your hip bones and keep them there as you lift one leg up, using those fingertips to make sure that you're keeping the pelvis stable. Really squeezing now I lifted up my right leg so my left glutes. And then bring that leg down. And again, lift the other leg up without allowing the pelvis to move at all. So now the standing leg glute is really working to stabilize. And then bring that leg down. Bring the arms down, squeeze the glutes up even more, and then slowly come down. Hug your knees into your chest, roll a little bit side to side, and massage through the back. And then bring your feet down. If you are happy doing the full back bend wheel pose, then I invite you to do that, or if not, just do bridge again. So if you're going into the full back bend, bring your fingertips down facing the shoulders, and it's the same thing as bridge. So starting the movement by drawing the belly and squeezing the glutes, and then pushing the floor away, coming into your back bend. And then at the top, again, really squeeze the glutes, lengthen the tailbone away. Or if you're in your bridge pose, again, just lifting the tailbone up, keeping the knees in line. And then when you're ready, slowly come down from whatever you were in. Hug the knees into the chest. And again, you can just roll from side to side, massaging across the back. Okay, and then bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to come wide into your Supta Baddha Konasana. If you need some support, you can put something underneath the knees if this is very uncomfortable for you. So cushion, book or whatever. But if it's comfortable on your knees and your hips, then you can just relax there. You can bring the feet a little bit closer towards you to make it more intense, or walk the feet away to make it less intense. And just rest your hands on your low belly and breathe into the belly, allowing the floor to support you. Lengthening your exhale breath. You can either leave your hands on your belly, breathing into your hands, or you can take hold of each elbow and each hand in front of you, and then draw the belly in as you take the arms up and overhead. So I say draw the belly in so that it doesn't make you go into a back bend. And then when the arms are all the way down, draw the elbows a little bit further away from you, lengthening the body using the arms. Perhaps shuffle your feet a little bit closer to you. That feels good. And then lift the arms up. You can bring your knees together. And then we get ready for Shavasana. So lift the shoulders, lift the chest and draw the shoulder blades down underneath you. Bring the palms to face up towards the ceiling. Lift your hips, lengthen your lower back. And then allow your legs to come long and the feet to fall out towards the sides. And make any final adjustments so that you can be comfortable for the next few minutes to rest in Shavasana. Allowing the earth to support you. Nothing to do here. And then we do a body scan, bringing the awareness down into the toes, the soles of the feet, and the tops of the feet, and relax them. And then bring the awareness into your ankles, your shins and calves, and relax them. And bring your awareness into your knees and thighs, into the pelvis, allowing the weight of the pelvis to sink a little bit deeper towards the floor. And bring your awareness up through your spine, your lower back, middle back, and upper back. And then to the abdomen, navel, and chest. Relax them. Relaxing the shoulders, the upper arms and elbows, the forearms, wrists, and hands. Bringing the awareness to the palm of the hand, the back of the hand, and then each of the fingers. And then bringing your awareness into your neck and head, feeling the weight of the head resting and supported by the floor. And then noticing if you're still holding any tension in your face and just allowing the face to soften, relaxing the jaw, lips, the nose and cheeks. Allowing the eyes and the eyelids to soften, the eyebrows and forehead. And then bring your awareness to your breathing. Feeling the movement of the abdomen as you inhale and exhale. And when you're ready to move, you can start to take some longer, deeper breaths using the diaphragm, breathing down into the belly. Start to move the toes and fingers, the ankles and wrists, the legs and arms. And you can take a big stretch, lengthening the arms up above the head. And then bend your knees, bring your feet flat on the floor, roll over onto one side, and take a moment here. And then when you're ready, push yourself back to a seated position. Sit up straight one last time. Close your eyes. You can bring your hands to the center of your chest. Namaskar. Bow the chin towards the chest. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Give thanks. And maybe to set an intention to take some of this awareness with you into the rest of your day. And then raise your head and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thank you.